What's up, everybody? It's another Monday, and we are at the Monday Mail Wall with TK. It's Monday Mail. Hey, let me ask you this question. I know you all are still coming in. It's kind of late out there, but that's all right. When you get your mail at night and you get settled in, guess what? What do? You start opening your mail. So, guess what? We are here tonight with a late night Monday mail review. And I want to ask you this question. How many of you stand at the mailbox and open your mail? I think that is just so hilarious. I think that standing at the mailbox, opening your mail is just something that we just do as just a human race. I just think it's just amazing to me, the people who do that. But anyway, I want to welcome you to another episode of Monday Mail with TK. And at the mailbox tonight, at the mailbox, I want to share with you that I got some tea. You know how we love the tea. And I want to tell you first and foremost, because I don't want to disappoint you, it's not gossip, but it's actually really juicy. Tea, it's going to stand for something. But as you are coming in, I am just excited that everyone is still here and hanging out with me. I want to welcome everyone that I see here. Dr. Lexi Branch, I see Shakia, and Dorothy Langley, Larry Thorne, Merica Green. Thank you all so much for joining tonight. Guess what? In our normal custom, we have some prizes and giveaways at the mailbox. And as you're coming in and telling me where you're from and telling me exactly what you're doing tonight, I want to appreciate you for chiming in with me. So this is Monday Mail with TK, and as I have promised, I am practicing that one big C word. It starts with the C, and it is called commitment. I am committed to Monday Mail. Regardless of the time, I'm committed to Monday Mail, although it is Tuesday somewhere in the world. But I am committed to Monday Mail. And thank you so much for joining. Happy Monday to everyone here. Chantel, thank you for being here. I got some tea for you all. And I am so excited. Memphis is in the house. Happy belated birthday to LaShawn Dillard Berry, my sweet friend and sister. I have enjoyed this journey with you, and I just want to send a shout out to you. And because it was your birthday, let's see here. Let's see what we can give. We can give something away right now, right here on Monday Mail. We can give it away. Let's go to the big wall. Let's go to the wall. Let's go to the wall. And LaShawn, for your birthday, we're spinning this wheel. Let's see what you're going to get tonight. We have, you will be the recipient of a journal from me. I am so excited. And I want to tell you all this. Let me tell you, there's going to be some more giveaways, but thank you all for joining. You get the journal from me. And also, I want to also tell you something. Let me share this with you. I want you all to understand about this community. I have the new Working the Dash mugs that are in, and you can be a part of this community. It is a very, very nice mug. I think I have to take it a little bit away from the light just so you can see. I really appreciate everyone, and yes, you are so very welcome, LaShawn. I have this mug, and I'm happy about it. You're going to be able to go and get that from my site, and I'll put that in the comments a little later. But let's jump right in it here. What's on the schedule tonight? We've got some tea we're going to talk about. Let's just explore what the T stands for in tea. We're tonight going to, and I know Chantel will definitely appreciate this. She will appreciate my attempt to talk very quickly about this mail. So what's in the mailbox tonight is controlling your thoughts, emotions, and your actions. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions. So if you can make that post in the chat. T stands for thoughts. E stands for emotions. The A is going to stand for your actions. Your thoughts and your emotions control your actions. And I understand, Jamie Johnson, that we are human beings. We are creatures of habit. And if we allow those thoughts and emotions to get the best of us, we are not going to be able to prosper. So why do we have to know what the flavor of our tea is? We have to know the flavor of that tea. We have to know when it's too hot. We have to, some people like their tea just right. They like it hot. I love my tea when it's like piping hot, or I want it ice cold. I don't want any in between tea. So you have to understand the flavor of your tea, because if you don't understand the flavor of your tea, then that is how your emotions get out of control, and that controls your actions. So I want you to understand that you have been positioned to be very unique. And you have to understand that your uniqueness is what you bring to the world, not just to the table, but what you did in the universe. It is your contribution to the globe at large. And if you allow your thoughts and your actions to overwhelm your thoughts and emotions to overwhelm your actions, then you are stifling your uniqueness and your proposition, which allows you to make this dent in the earth. So why do I want to talk about that? I want to talk about that is because there are so many times that we become very frustrated, and we are trying to figure out how to break ourselves out of what we call this cocoon of uncomfortability, and we want to know why we feel so out of place and we don't fit. Well, guess what? It's because you are in a growth stage. You're always consistently in a growth pattern. I don't know about you, but I don't ever want to be in a situation where I do not feel like I'm growing. I don't ever want to feel stifled. I want to feel like I am growing. I want to feel like I am making a contribution to the world, and I want to ensure that I am maximizing the middle, that little dash in between your date of birth and your date of departure. We want to make sure that we are maximizing that. So what am I saying? When you start to control your emotions and you control those thoughts, it will then take the knowledge that you have and put it into action. We don't want it to be bad action, but we need it to be positive. We want it to be unique. So what are some questions that you need to ask in order to maximize that? You need to ask your own self, what does your uniqueness bring to the universe? What does your uniqueness bring? How can I double my value? How can I increase my worth? And let me let you in on a little bit of let me let you in on something. Let me tell you this. When you go into a neighborhood, I love this revelation of appreciation, because we always think that appreciation is recognition. We think that appreciation is the pat on the back. And yes, as human beings, every once in a while, you do need a pat on the back. Every once in a while, you need an atta girl or an atta boy or a high five. And I'll give you a virtual high five right now. But what do you add value to? How do you appreciate your circle or your tribe or your community? When you come in the midst of that, does it raise in value or does it depreciate because you are there? So when you think about that and you think about what you bring, when you say to yourself, what are my unique propositions and what can I bring to increase someone's value? It's just as if an old home that was built in 1980 is in a neighborhood where a home is going up in 2021. What is going to happen to the value of the 1980 home? What's going to happen is that the home that was built in 1980 is going to appreciate in value because something brand new has approached that neighborhood. Something of more value has now come inside of that neighborhood. So I want to ask you at this time, what are you bringing to your neighborhood? Let me ask you this question. I want you to put this over in the chat, because when you go back and look at this, I want you to ask yourself this question. Who are the people in your neighborhood? Now, I know Mr. Rogers made that song very, very popular during the time of my generation, but I want to ask you the question one more time. Who are the people in your neighborhood? And I have to tell you right here, the reason why our thoughts and our emotions and our actions are sometimes out of sync with one another, it's because of the people in our neighborhood. Do you not know that your network will determine your net worth? Your network, your network has an effect on your net worth. So I want you to know who the people are in your neighborhood. Yes, the people that you meet when you're walking down the street, the people that you meet each day. Do those people add value to you, or do you in turn add value to others? This is a very important question that we all must realize. And so I want you to, as we close this envelope of mail, I want you to start thinking about what you excel in. I want you to start growing out of your level of comfortability. I want you to put in action all of those accomplishments, write them down so that you don't get caught in the comparison trap. You don't get caught in saying, I'm not good enough and I'm not worth it and I don't add value where I am. I want you to take a self-assessment of who you are. And as you take a self-assessment of who you are and you learn that your value is valuable and that you appreciate your circle, your community, your tribe. When you know what you bring to the table, nobody can convince you otherwise. So let's do something that appreciates the value of what we will bring. So listen, as we close this, I want you to know that you have a niche. You do. You have a niche. You have a group of people that need what you have to offer, right? Your thoughts and your emotions have to control your actions, and that has to be good. Listen, confused people do absolutely nothing. When you feel confused and like you don't owe the world anything, and I'm just depressed and I'm lonely and I'm never gonna amount to much more than where I am right now, guess what? You will be so focused on those statements that are coming out of your mouth until you will not even understand what you bring to the table. So what am I saying tonight? I got some tea for you. I want you to take control of your thoughts. I want you to take control of your emotions, because when you do that, your actions will then demonstrate the knowledge that you have. Listen, I don't want us to be in a poor mindset. What is a poor mindset, you say? Yeah, poor. I'm not talking about financially. I'm talking about passing over opportunities regularly. I do not want us to continue to pass over opportunities regularly. That's a poor, P-O-O-R. That's a poor mindset. I am pouring out of myself into you and telling you that you do not have to have a P-O-O-R mindset, passing over opportunities regularly because you feel as though you don't qualify. You feel as though you're not worth it. You feel as though you don't bring any value. So let's stop coddling this cocoon of self-sabotage. Okay? Your thoughts. I got some tea. I'm telling you, it's in the tea. What's the flavor of your T.E.A? Your thoughts, your actions, your emotions. What's the flavor of that? Let's stop coddling old habits, old beliefs. We must get up and change. Do you not know that you have to stretch yourself? You have to begin to stretch yourself beyond your capacity. Listen, when a seed goes in the ground, we can't even see what's happening under that ground. And many, many times in our lives, we feel as though we are being buried when oftentimes, more often than not, you are being planted. And when you are planted, just like any other seed, it must be consistently cultivated. Fertilizer has to go on it. So guess what? There's going to be some stink that's going to be thrown on you at times. That's right. What do you think fertilizer is? Fertilizer does not smell good. Fertilizer is not something you just gonna take and put on yourself. But guess what? Fertilizer is needed. It's necessary for growth. You must have it. If you don't have fertilizer, if you don't have cultivation, if you don't consistently have pruning, if you don't have shaving and cutting, you're not going to grow. Okay, so we must take control of consistently cultivating ourselves, cultivating our lives, Kia. Thank you so much. And taking control, those of you who are joining us, of our thoughts, our actions, and our emotions. Pastor Siobhan Smith, thank you so much for being here. I want you all to know, as we close this mail, once again, y'all know I have a three close to the envelope, right? It just wouldn't be a message if it didn't have the three close to the mail. I just have to let you know, as we move from this poor mindset into cultivating new growth. Do you all understand new growth? I know new growth. I know y'all see all of this right here. You know, I put her on tonight, but there underneath something is happening. It's called new growth. And when there's new growth, it has to be pressed out. You understand that anything that is cultivated, anything that is cleaned, anything that is pruned and purified and going through a course of braising, it's being pruned for growth. So don't discount the hard times. Do not discount the pain. Pain always will reintroduce yourself to yourself. Pain will do that. Pain will cause you to meet a different individual. Pain will cause you to say, I thought I could handle that. Now, I saw when someone else went through it. I saw it when Deschanel went through it, but I didn't, and I had so much to say when I saw her going through that, but I didn't understand it until it hit me. Pain will reintroduce you to yourself once again, because it's going to cause you to know how hot you can take that tea. Woo! And I will tell you the tea that I have for you tonight, which is thoughts, emotions, and actions. Your thoughts controlling your emotions and your emotions controlling your actions. Let me tell you something. Sometimes that tea bag has to sit and steep in that hot water until you will never know the strength of that tea until it has gone through a process of boiled water. It has to sit there. It has to steep. It's going to change colors. That tea bag is undergoing pressure so that everything inside of that bag is whatever benefit is in the bag. Now I'm saying something right here. Whatever benefit is in the bag will now come to the body. If there's no benefit in the bag, it can't come to the body. So when you put a tea bag in steeping hot water, you don't just take it right out and start drinking it, because you know what you call that? You call that weak tea. So how much more do you think you're going to have to go through in order to come out a stronger individual? You have to go through the process of cultivation. You have to go through the process of fertilization. You have to go through the process. It's process driven. Okay, that's how you burn poor mindset, POOR, passing over opportunities regularly. And the only reason why we do that is because we are not mad enough. You know what mad means? Mad means making a difference. We're not mad enough to make a difference in our lives. And when you don't see the value in yourself, you cannot ever see the value in others. So I want to encourage you tonight to continue drinking your tea, understand what your flavor is, know that you, in and of yourself, you are to make a dent in this universe. Leaders are repeaters. Leaders are not just readers, but leaders, they start to repeat certain actions. And before I go, let me tell you this. Purpose has to live within who you are in order for who you are to live out the purpose. Yeah. Purpose has to be inside of you. It's not mystical. It's not mystical at all. Purpose, it's what's in your hand. It's your God-given abilities. I won't just say ability. I'm going to call it abilities, because a lot of us are dimensional. And I didn't understand that. I'm going to be transparent and tell you, I did not understand why I felt like I was out of scope, because I was so dimensional. I can do a lot. You know, it took me a long time to accept that. I do have a lot to offer. It took me a long time to say that. It took me a long time to tell people, thank you for noticing that I can do that. Your humility, let me tell you what being humble is. Humble is not allowing people just to walk over you, but humble is just, thinking less, thinking of yourself less, just thinking of yourself less, not thinking less of yourself. That's humility. Okay, just thinking about yourself a little less at times and not putting yourself on a pedestal. There, by the grace of God, go all of us. So you're just thinking of yourself a little less, but never thinking less of yourself. I had that twisted at one point in my life. And so that's why I wanted to deliver this mail to you. How hot can you take your tea? Well, that's it for tonight. I am committed to Monday Mail. I'm telling you all, Central Standard Time, it is 10:30. So those of you who are hanging out with me that are on the East Coast, I certainly appreciate you. I am so excited to see Dr. Snowden on the line with me tonight. Thank you so much, those of you who have joined in. I see you, Joseph, Lindsay, Helen, Sheila Vickers. Thank you all so much. And I think I'm going to give away one more prize before I go, just because it's Monday Mail. Let me give away one more prize. How can we do this tonight? Let's give away one more prize. Who is the prize going? Whoever puts in the chat that they want this gift, I'm going to grant them the gift. If they want the gift, I'm going to grant. If you do not have a journal from me, I'm going to give away another journal tonight. Let me know if you are still on the line and you want that gift. You let me know you want it. Put it over in the chat, and guess what? It is yours. So thank you all so much for hanging out and joining in with TK right here on Monday Mail. Listen, I am your friend. I am your personal growth coach. I want us to go forth growing together, and I appreciate you all for coming on. Thank you so much. This is a tribe that creates a vibe. It's a whole vibe, y'all. It's just a whole vibe. I thank you so much for being here, hanging out with me. Remember, control your thoughts, because you will then be able to control your emotions, and your emotions will control your actions. Let's go from here, putting a dent in the universe. God bless you all so much. Have a wonderful evening.